You have to be careful not to sign yourself up for some well-paid torture in the name of earning extra income, rather starting a side hustle. If you try to be truthful about it, nobody wants to get home after a long day at work and be fascinated to jump into the next one. This side hustle culture is something we should probably not be too excited about. According to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, as reported by Fundera, approximately 20% of small businesses fail within the first year. By the end of the second year, 30% of businesses would have failed. Then by the end of the fifth year, about half will have failed. And by the end of the decade, only 30% of businesses will remain. That is 70% failure rate. Okay, let me calm down. Because there is a solution, and that is what this video is meant to do, to provide solution, because we want you to succeed, because we want you to do business the right way and succeed. Stick with me to the end of this video to unlearn some certain things. 10 misconceptions of side hustle. If you're just meeting me for the first time, my name is Flora. Here in this channel, my passion is sharing everything related to business and personal development skills with you at every slightest opportunity. Accessibility of modern technologies and a shift to remote work have made starting a side hustle easier, faster, and less expensive, thereby increasing the number of failed businesses today. Because everyone is getting a side hustle does not mean you should. You need to pay attention. Let's get into the first side hustle misconception. The first misconception is everyone needs a side hustle. This statement is the number one reason we have more failed than successful businesses today. Don't let anyone deceive you. Taking on added responsibility of a side hustle can mean more stress and less personal time. If you believe this saying without conscious consideration, you're most likely going to use your usefulness to chase money. And when you acquire that at old age, you will then spend the money on your health. So we have to be careful. Not everyone is positioned for a side hustle. We need to be careful what we believe. If you don't have interest in building from the ground up, it's okay to join from the second floor or even fourth floor. There is absolutely nothing wrong with working for someone else. Know what you want out of life. Money does not equate happiness. Okay? So let's get to the second misconception of side hustle. Side hustle is very easy. Says who? Sweetheart, listen, let me tell you the truth. Starting anything good is never and will never be easy. You have to put in the work. I hear people say, all you have to do is talk to one or two persons. Boom, they start cashing out. If you're not good with closing sales, you will find out that it's hard to knock on your neighbor's door or stop a random person on the street to sell your product. The person saying it might have had previous skill in marketing. That's why it's easier to them. You know? Similarly, I've had someone ask me how I'm able to create content here alongside my other obligations. The thing is, it's really not that hard for me because I've had background in filmmaking, but that does not take away the fact that I have to still put in the work. So basically, the term side hustle is not easy. It's overrated. It is hard. It only becomes easier when you have experience and you're passionate about the side hustle. I made a video on how to start a side hustle. You might consider watching it after this very one, so you know the best way for you. The link will be on the description box. So let's get to the third misconception of side hustle. The third one is side hustle will solve all your financial issues. Like my African Nigerian people will say, problem not a finish. It simply means that there will always be a problem. You just have to figure out which one you want to have and solve and be happy. That's according to Mark Manson in his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. I highly recommend you read it if you have not. By the way, I made a video on what I like and learned from that book. The link will be on the description box below. Often, we underestimate both the amount of money our side hustle will bring in and how much we spend on expenses to keep it going. Consider proper enquiries before starting and proper bookkeeping too. A side hustle can bring in additional income that can make it easier for you to pay off some of your financial needs, depending on the goal in the first place. Some side hustle could be to pay off debts or for a building project, while some could be to build a global brand. In any case, side hustle is not a permanent financial solution. Don't put all your expenses on it so it does not sink. It has to be built. Another misconception about side hustle is, don't worry, it won't affect your full-time job. By the way, that's another way of saying story in my language. You will hear, just start. It will not have any impact on your job. Directly or indirectly, It will. Most side hustles are born out of not being comfortable where you are, mostly to make extra income or build a dream. Whichever way, you will have a divided attention. Not to talk of your other obligations, that's your personal time and the rest of them. Whether you're answering occasional emails or text messages, or you are less attentive because you've been stretched from working additional hours, having a side hustle will make you less focused on your current job. Conflict of interest are bound to occur. I will advise you ask for a raise. That's if it's solely for extra income. But if it's to build a dream that you're passionate about, then make sure you try as much as possible to do the right thing. Remember that what goes up comes down. And it's a global brand that you're trying to build, so you have to be careful. Okay? Let's get to the fifth misconception about side hustle. There is nothing like burnout because you are passionate about it. It's not true. You can still get burnout from your side hustle if you don't get to strike a balance. In fact, you are more prone to burnout with a full-time job and a side hustle. So dismiss that saying and learn work balance. Passion does not translate to dollars. The next one is related to passion too. They will say, just choose a passion of yours and turn it into profitable business. There are two sides to this misconception. Passion will help you stay motivated, but won't teach you other things related to running a business. It can be hard to maintain a passion when it becomes a full business because you are no longer responsible for simply producing the product itself. You also now have to do all the other things with the business. Take for instance, marketing, accounting and invoicing, which you may not enjoy as much as production itself. Consider learning basic business skills before launching. Passion alone is a half-baked cake. I suggest you watch a video I made titled Basic Business Skills. It's a consultation I had with an old schoolmate, how she started from side hustle and scaled into a full business without losing her job. So let's get to the seventh, right? Let's get to the seventh point. Turning a side hustle into a profitable full business is very fast. Let me be as fast as you probably heard. No, it's not fast. My friend I talked about in the basic business skill video, it took her a while and financial commitment too, so you better start deleting that belief that it does not take time. It does. The aim shouldn't necessarily be on how fast, rather how well. Because as your business is growing, so are you. You have a bunch of things to learn to make it easier for you to build a proper system. The first skill you need is to become your own manager. That requires accountability. This time around, you are the boss, not your present boss. Working without a boss sounds like a dream. Until you start living the dream, you'll understand. You have to learn how to call the shot by yourself. A lot of skills to master, and it takes time too. So turning a side hustle into a profitable business is possible, but not fast. Okay? So let's get to the eighth one. As long as you're passionate about your side hustle, good relationship doesn't matter. Lies. I cannot overemphasize this point. Your skill is nothing when you don't treat people right. Every customer is important. Stop burning the bridge after you. Reach out. Networking is to business what location is to real estate. You're most likely to get referral from someone you have worked with that you parted ways greatly. So relationship matters a lot. The earlier you start building, the better. And most importantly, bear in mind that once a customer, always a customer. Add relationship building as a skill you need to develop to succeed in your side hustle. Then the ninth misconception, family and friends must buy from you. Hey, that's entitlement mentality. You have to watch it. As a matter of fact, you don't validate your business with just family and friends. It has to be someone entirely new. To be sure, the patronage is not out of love, support and pity. Of course, family and friends can be your starting point. And they can be a great source of referral, but I urge you to focus more on external clients. Don't get upset with family and friends that refuse or could not afford your product or services. Focus more on getting your brand out. It's your dream, not theirs. Okay? So let's get to the last but not the least. Let's get to the 10th one. No risk involved with side hustle. It's absolutely not true. The act of starting a side hustle is already a big risk. The more risk you get comfortable with, the bigger your side hustle empire can get to. So the earlier you start taking risks, the better for you and your business. Take small risks and then let them blow up so you can build your risk muscle. The worst risk, they say, is not to take risks. In fact, side hustle is equal to risk. Just make sure it's a calculated risk. The decision to start a side hustle alone is risk. Take it one step at a time, and in no time you'll be glad you started. Okay? So let's go over the points I mentioned earlier. 10 misconceptions of side hustle. The first one is everyone needs a side hustle. Lies. The second one is side hustle is very easy. Lies. The third one is side hustle will solve all your financial issues. Lies. The fourth one is don't worry, it won't affect your full-time job. Lies. The fifth one is there is nothing like burnout because you're passionate about it. Lies. The sixth one is just choose the passion of yours and turn it into a profitable business. Lies. There are more to it. The seventh one is turning a side hustle into a profitable full business is very fast. Lies. The eighth one is as long as you're passionate, good relationship doesn't really matter. Lies. The ninth one is family and friends must buy from you. Lies. Nobody owes you that. The last but not the least is no risk involved. Just start a side hustle. Lies. I said lies. In conclusion, so many people sell so many false hope to aspiring side hustlers. Careful what you buy. Real people don't blow. We grow. We grow into success. The only difference between you and that dream of yours is action. And that is what I implore you to do right now. Don't worry to get clearer once you start. It could be starting a YouTube channel, or starting a clothing brand, or tapping into your already existing skill. Just know that I'm here rooting for you, because I'm sure if you're willing, you will testify. Send me an email, skillfaculty@gmail.com, or ask any question related to business and personal development skills on the comment section, and I will respond as soon as I can. Feel free to share and go over our business development playlist. We have a lot of exciting lessons to learn on their journey. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. My baby is crying.
Skill Faculty is geared towards teaching, promoting, and empowering you with the skills needed to become a better version of yourself in all ramifications. Skill Faculty, we are on the side of skill.